Want to keep you. And once again, thank you so much for being on, ladies. Want to welcome you here. So I am Mena Warmbier. We're joining you from Florida, USA, and it is a wonderful sunny day today. So we've got some exciting information to share with you. We're going to get started straight away. If you're here for the first time, put your name in the chat and let people know who you are and who invited you, and you want to get back with that person. I have my co-host Diana, who will be co-hosting with me, and we have some people that we've asked to share as well. They'll be sharing this afternoon or this evening. And the amazing thing is, we've got this amazing information to share. It's changing a lot of people's lives, but we're not medically trained. We don't know anything about the physiology and the body and how it works, but we do know that this amazing technology is changing a lot of lives, and for the better, giving them quality of life. And then the other thing that we know is that there is an opportunity. So you may not be on here for the opportunity. And if that is the case, you're more than welcome to jump off, but don't jump off too soon because we have some good testimonies to share. So stick around, take notes, and get back with the person that invited you. So I am going to share my screen, and then we are going to get started, and I will introduce Diana. So there we go, slideshow. Okay, good. So Diana and Ken Burke are our appliance sponsors in this opportunity, and they shared this amazing technology with us just over 3 years ago. I was really, really skeptical, wanted nothing to do with it, but they were persistent, and they came past, I think, twice to our home, and they live all the way in Trinity. So that's a long way from us. So obviously there was a purpose, and they knew that they needed to make us understand there's something big here. So Greg, he was more open. I was still very shut, and but I was blown away when I saw things happening around me, and I'm forever grateful that they shared. And we love each and every one of you, and we want to share this with you today. So Diana, I'm going to hand over to you if you want to unmute and share.
Hi there, everyone. Thank you, Mena, for that nice introduction. And yes, the fortune is in the follow-up. Basically, it's important to follow up with people. And I know that our sponsor, Joyce, probably contacted us maybe 5 or 6 times before we actually said yes to this patch. But I'm so forever grateful that she did follow up with us because this patch has changed our lives, not only financially, but physically. I was dealing with a lot of hot flashes, like 10 to 20 a day during the day and night. And I had bad hip pain from at sleeping because having 5 children. And then I was losing hair too after all of that. And, sort of like a little bit depressed in the sense that I guess it comes along with menopause, having anxiety. So kind of like a fight or flight for me, though. It was really pretty severe. And yet, this patch, has changed everything. Within 3 weeks, my hot flashes went away, my hip pain, my menopausal anxiety, and my hair has grown back. So within time, when you wear persistently, you'll see these things happen. My husband, Ken, and I, we've been in the business for 3 years now, and it's been amazing. And so as you can see, this patch is easy to wear as I'm wearing it right here on my arm, and it's easy to share. So it's just a matter of sharing the patches. You can see this lovely lady right here. She's wearing the patch on her arm. And basically, we ask people, have you been patched yet? Because this little patch elevates, activates, and regenerates our own stem cells. This is the scientist and the inventor. His name is David Schmidt. He has invented over 200 patents. And I don't even know anybody really besides him that has even created a patent. And but yet he has over 200 of them. And he's a scientist and inventor, and he specializes in age reversing because he knew that that's where people were going and they needed help. because people were going out of the country to get these stem cell injections. It cost tens of thousands of dollars. And really they weren't sure if it was going to even help them for what they were looking for. But in 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. And the recent patent took over 10 years and 4.5 million to bring it to market. So that's a long time, right? And it took a lot of money. And this is exactly what the patent says. And you can actually Google that patent number. And also, this is all that is in with this one patch. So it says, as a result of elevating a copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of the antioxidants in our own body, it reduced the reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvement in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. So all within this patch does all that, which is pretty amazing. So why the X39 stem cell activation patch? Well, the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing aging. I mean, that's typical. We all age, right? But our doctors never tell us that at the age of 30, only half your stem cells are active. And at age 60, you lose almost all stem cell activity. So how does this X39 work? Well, it's a proprietary form of phototherapy, kind of like how the sun is phototherapy. You walk outside and your body hits the sunlight and it creates vitamin D within your own body. So just like this, you don't necessarily have to stand out in the sunlight to wear this patch. You just wear it, and you wear it, and it's a patented nanotechnology, which means small little microscopic codes are being sent to your body inside there. They're small, and it reflects light to activate. And you know what? If we were to put infrared goggles on at night and look through these infrared goggles, we would all light up because we reflect in our own bodies. We reflect light. So this bounces off this patch and it activates. So it's non-transdermal. Nothing's going into your body. It's just reacting to what's inside your body. So there's no drugs or chemicals or stimulants, which is amazing. So it doesn't conflict with anything. And it's non-invasive like it is. It's just non-invasive. So the benefits of the X39. Many have noticed, and including myself, all these things. Increased strength. I know that I'm able to endure more. I have more strength when I'm working out at the CrossFit gym. Reduction in inflammation. I'm recuperating faster. Increased stamina. I have more energy to do more things during the day. Energy and vitality. I just feel better. I feel like I'm at a younger state. Actually, I feel like I don't have the fears like I used to, only a few years ago, and I feel better. Mental clarity. I'm remembering names. I'm remembering numbers. I'm remembering where I put things. Restored muscle or skeletal condition. I just know that things are doing those things. This patch is doing those things in my body. And I'm happy about that. Improvement of sleep, absolutely. Improvement in skin appearance. I'm noticing a lot of the blemishes and the dark circles and the dark blemishes are going away. Actually, I've had some scars on my knees for a long time because I was running with one of my kids to to get in the car because we were running to go out. And I fell and I held him up and I had these 2 scars on my knees for the longest time. And when I looked down last, they were hardly even there. So that's just amazing too. So here's a topography map of a participant, a 77-year-old woman. She placed the X39 on the back of her neck. And so in session 1, you can see a lot of inflammation and lack of brain coherence. So that could have been me, like the 3 years ago when I first started out. And within 3 weeks on the X39, no more inflammation and improved coherence. So the brain becomes balanced. And so that kind of gives me explanation of why within 3 weeks, my hot flashes went away. So, and then in 6 weeks on the X39, a complete turnaround, better brain coherence. I mean, in such a short amount of time, look at the change that she's made. I mean, people go on lots of medications just to get the inflammation down and get all those things taken care of. And it's remarkable how they can see that this has changed in such a short amount of time. So, and that's us, ladies. I mean, we're fighting against all these. Like I'm wearing these glasses just not because I don't need to wear glasses, but because of the light and when we're on our computers and on our phones, I'm doing things to protect my eyes because it's important, that we do that. Plus, I can see because I kind of feel like my eyes squint a little bit when I take my glasses off. So, but anyway, here's the long-term results per case study on thisisit.info.com. The first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, people were drinking wine to get, 2 or 3 genes to reset, and here 4,000 genes begin to reset in the first few days. And within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. I want a balanced brain. I want the inflammation to be down. I want to be balanced. And I know a lot of people out there seem like they're really not balanced. So they need this patch. And within 3 months, your collagen is increased. So yeah, so then that's when the hair starts to grow and your nails are growing like crazy and you just feel better. And within 6 months, your heart is reversing in age. So it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing, says David Schmidt, the CEO and inventor of the X39 says. So how do you wear it? Well, you wear your patch 12 hours on and 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. And as you can see, they put this on the patch on the back of the neck or below the belly button. So those are considered the acupuncture points. And I asked a doctor one time why they wear it there. And because I had a friend that actually had knee pain, but I still patched her on the back of her neck. And her knee pain went away within the hour, which was amazing because she came in with a cane. But he told me that when you wear it behind your neck, it systemically goes to where your body needs the healing the most. And, it works as a triage mode because, my father-in-law had the scarred lungs, but he was looking for the neuropathy to go away right away because we were hearing everybody helping with neuropathy. But it helped with his lungs first because it goes to where your body needs help the most. And then eventually the neuropathy went away. But you wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So typically most people wear it during the day. Put it on at 7 in the morning, put an alarm on, and then at 7 at night, your alarm goes off. Oh, I need to take my patch off. And then you throw the patch away, and then you put a new patch on and repeat. And you can wear more than one at a time. And you want to drink plenty of water, like every maybe 15 minutes to a half hour. All you need is a few sips of water, like 4 sips for every half hour, I think is what they were saying. But you also want to add some Celtic sea salt in your water or some Himalayan sea salt. We recently got turned on to this Relight hydration. So you might want to look into that as well. So the X39 is so sophisticated, yet it's simple to explain. And the testimonies of the X39 are life-changing and emotional. But the best thing about the X39 patch, it absolutely works on everyone over time if they wear it consistently and persistently. And that's the important thing. This is the site that we send everyone to, whether you're a doctor or you're the gal next door. It's thisisit.info.com. Not only does it have a bunch of videos, and when I send it, I ask them to open up their phone and make sure they get it. And they might have to text me back so that our phones will open up. And I send them this is an info. I share typically one patch with one person. I send them this information. And then on the very top, there is a drop down box for a menu, and you can actually see testimonies. So it's important to point that out to people, to watch the few videos, go to the testimonies, and look to see what resonates with you because there's many wonderful testimonies on that very site. So LifeWave, it is incredible. Here is a company that's been around for 20 years, but not many people have known about it. I mean, a lot of people over in Europe have known about it longer than we have known about it here. So, the thing is that this patch has only been out for such a short time. since 2020. So, I mean, it's opened in 75 countries. I mean, you need to have permission to get into different countries to sell products. So it's open in 75 countries. It's not a Me Too product like most companies, like weight loss, skincare, and supplements, although it does so much in this little patch. And as you could see, in 2021, we were at 20 million. This company was at 20 million. And in 2024, over 600 million. That's so huge. And now we're pushing to be a billion in 2025. It's amazing. It's just, I'm so excited to be part of the company. And look at, we're getting notoriety in magazines, perbusiness.home.org. They rate different companies and we are number one. So you're at the right place at the right time with the right company. And you want to be part of this because it's so much fun. I mean, look at this. This is our first convention and nobody wanted to leave their seats. It was so exciting. The information was amazing. Actually, David Schmidt, the inventor and owner of the company, flew down to Florida. He's in the purple and the black pants right now, just to share. And he was so humble and open. And there was great questions that were asked. And he's in for the long haul with this company. And there's Stephen and Gina Merritt in the black and white. And there are leaders who have actually created this as a team and created these systems that we could all follow and win. And there is our president, Meredith Burkish. She has been in relational marketing before, and she is our president now. So she hears the heart of what we are asking and the things that we're looking for in a company. And she backs us 100%. So she's right there for us and loves us. And so we're so grateful to these leaders that we have. So, you have to ask yourself, what's the most important in your life? And looking at all these things, these all were very important to my life. And you need to write down what your why is. Because sure enough, you'll see that this is the tool that can get you where you want to be in life, to get you all of those things. It's just a matter of opening your mouth and sharing it with people or calling people and letting them know about this opportunity.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you so much for sharing that. And you would have heard that, Diana shared also a lot of testimonies, things that had happened for her, because, that's what's happening for us. We have a lot of, as we use it, we actually are finding that this product is amazing and it's changing a lot of things as we go. However, the whole thing is you have to have your why. You have to say, well, why am I here today? For what reason do I take time out of my day away from my family, or why am I taking my lunchtime when I should be out there just enjoying lunch with my colleagues and so on? Why am I doing this? Well, we all have a reason why, and there are a number of you that are here every single week, and I applaud you for that. We bring our friends to this because we want them to see our why. And your why could be more family time. Your why could be wanting security. You don't have to think about what's in your bank account when you need to get a new refrigerator. You're able to get that without the thought. Or if you're needing to get go see a doctor for something, you're not thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to cost me, and so on. You have the ability to do all these things, or you want to send your children to college, and now you don't have to worry and they don't have to worry. So whatever your reason why, some people want to travel. And the one thing we've been able to do is we've been able to go on a lot of free trips with this company, and that's also available to you. Better health is one of the big things, because without your health, wealth doesn't really matter, right? If you can't enjoy your life because of your health, it's an issue. And a lot of people find themselves there. And then a lot of people are saying less debt. And I like the idea of no debt. Don't want to owe anybody anything. So, for us, for me, a lot of these things on here were our whys and are our whys. and we keep going because we want to help a lot of people get their whys. So you have to decide what is the compelling force, what is getting you in front of us every Wednesday or whenever there are these Zooms. So the other thing is you're probably saying, well, if you tell me that I can have money and less debt, how does that happen? Well, there is a compensation plan. There is an opportunity to actually earn. So while you're sharing, you're earning. And I actually had a lady out of New Zealand yesterday who, for whatever reason, her ordership never happened. And so the lady who had enrolled her, who'd signed her in, didn't know how to set it up. And so I had the call with her and I said to her, Gillian, do you know that you can get your product for free? And she said to me, what do you mean? And I said, well, if you just share, because she loves the product, she doesn't want to stop using it. She says it really has helped her. And this was my first conversation with her because the lady that enrolled her never ever introduced her to me, never shared her number. And so I asked for the number and I said, I want to talk with her. And at that point, she got pretty excited when she found out that she can actually get her product for free. So that's what we need to tell you. You know, you're going to use this product, you're really going to love it, but you can get your product for free. That's been what's happened for us right from the very beginning. So you see an order form in front of you, and we help you to get started. So if you want to buy this as just a customer, you're going to get it at a retail price. You just want to use it for yourself and you want to try it, you're going to get a retail price. It's $150. And, you know, we as partners, we make $50 profit. But I looked at that and I said, I don't want to be a professional salesperson. I'm not here to sell. I love to share because I care for people. So I told them about these three packages. You know, this is what I share with everyone. There are three packages, they're one-time purchase. So if you say, you know what, $295, that looks like what I can afford right now. So core is where you start, but you can always upgrade. So you can get from core to advanced, and then you can upgrade from advanced to premium. We decided we were going to start at the premium package because we said, let's go. We want to tell the world about this and we wanted everybody to know. So we wanted a little mini warehouse because we didn't want them to wait for their product. We wanted them to experience straight away, but we could only place and replace with people that are close to us. We have built a lot internationally, so we couldn't do the place and replace with them. But with the people that were around us, they needed to know about this. And we placed a sleeve in their possession. This is known as a sleeve. We placed a sleeve in their possession when they said they wanted to get started. And they did not have to wait for their product to arrive. When their product came in, they replaced one of our sleeves and returned it to us. So we did that a few times and we made this initial investment of 1,750 back in 2.5 weeks. Our first month, we made $3,000. So that goes to show that there are a lot of people out there that are looking for this. We just needed to find them. We just needed to open our mouths. We needed to look at our phone. We need to make the calls, which is exactly what we did. And the other thing is, the wonderful thing is, you know, we understand business. We couldn't start a business for $1,750. No business that I know of. Even overheads of a business are usually more than that on a monthly basis. And the other thing is, as business owners, we like savings. So instead of paying the $99.95 wholesale, we pay $87.50 per unit, per sleeve. So that was really exciting. We also didn't have to think about running out of our product because we wanted to keep feeling the effects that we felt. And so for 90 days, we did not need to think about getting more product. But now we get our product $200 a month. This is what it costs us. One sleeve for Greg, one sleeve for me. So wherever you're ready to start, I would say get started. The advanced is also a good package, and because it opens you up to be paid on every level of the comp plan. There are 4 ways that we actually earn here. So the first is retail. You retail it out. You make the difference between the wholesale, which is $100, and the retail, which is $150. So you make $50. Like I said, if you like to be a professional salesperson, go ahead. But for me, I like building teams. I like 100 people's efforts instead of my effort alone. And so we decided we were going to do it that way. And we were going to build a team of brand partners. We were going to allow them to have every success that they wanted. And so we went out and shared. Now, the other way of earning is these PIB, product introductory bonuses. When we got our package of premium, Ken and Diana were paid $405. Okay. If we purchased the advance, they would have got $75 up front. And if we purchased the core, they would have got $35 up front. So that is a one-time payout, depending on what package the person you enroll actually gets. The other way is, like I said, we build a team. We build a left team and a right team. So for those of you who are brand new, who's seeing this for the first time, or maybe you've come back and you're looking at it for the third or fourth time, and you still have not made a decision, I'm going to say today is the day. There's no better day than today. Get started. So you make a decision to get started because you have friends and family that need to experience this. And so you're going to put their names down on a list, and the person who invited you is going to help you to get in front of them, to make those calls. And if they can't, we're also willing to help make three-way calls and let them know how amazing this technology is. And it's changing many, many people's lives. So you're going to put 2 people in on your left team and 2 people in on your right team, because the very first thing is we want everybody to rank manager. Manager means 2 on your left team, 2 on your right team. You are at the advanced package or above, and then you are opening yourself up to commission on the binary plan, which is the one other way of making money, $50 payouts at a time. Now, in this way, you can max out at $25,000 a week. So there is a cap here, $25,000 a week. So you're not going to make that straight away. You're going to start making $100, $200. The more people you share with and the more people the team shares with, the more you can make money. So as a manager, you max out at 1,500 on the binary, but it keeps going up to $25,000, which isn't a bad thing, right? But this is what blew my mind, the matching bonus, which is unlimited income potential, not 25,000 a week, more than 100,000 a week. Some people are making. And, to understand this, it's like making money while you sleep, because you can build this global business where people are sharing while you're sleeping. And so, like the first level, if say, for example, I signed in Annette as our first generation, and Annette makes $25,000 because she and Robert are maxing out. They're doing crazy stuff. We're going to get 25% of that, and Annette goes and shares with Dinah, and Dinah's maxing out at 25,000. Then Dinah's second generation to us, we're going to make 20% of that, which is $5,000 a week. Okay. And third generation could be Diane. And now Diane is maxing out at 25,000. We still get 20% off of third generation. So no matter where your first, second, and third generation are, even if they only make $1,000, that's a lot of money for a lot of people to be making in this type of business. $1,000 can change a lot for you. But remember that is passive. It's passive. It means it keeps coming in, whether you're working a lot or working less, because you got people who love the product and are using it and they're sharing. So $1,000 a week, you still get 25%. If it's $100 a week, you still get 25%, 20% or 20%, no matter how far down the left team and the right team, your first, second, and third generation go. And when I looked at that, I said, there's nothing else that gives me that. I have to put in a lot of effort to make the passive income that we're making in this business. So now is the time I show this again, because the money back guarantee, no matter what package you get 30 days to get your money back. These are the websites that were put together by our team lead, Stephen Gina Merritt, and the team. And like Diana said, this is at info.com, is just product info, who David Schmidt is, and the tests and the trials that he has done, and some testimonials, which we want everybody to see, right? So we share this with everyone. This is a team.com, is the team website, and this is for you who want to know how to go manager, how to get paid, how to onboard someone. There's little tutorials for everyone. So everybody is learning together. So go and look at that. And they're free. We don't need to create our own website. It's duplicate. What we have is duplicatable, simple, and scalable. We do not need to reinvent the wheel. This is a list of all the Zooms. So today we have a special Zoom just for women only. Bring your lady friends. You don't want anybody missing out because everybody can do this. And you know what? A little bit of extra help for our bodies is great. Some of us need a lot more. And you know what? When you're sharing hope with someone, my goodness, they're going to remember it forever. They'll never, ever look back. So the other thing is I want to highlight our Saturday training. That's one you should never miss. Always go back and look at the recordings, subscribe to YouTube, get connected on the Facebook page. There's something for everyone. And yes, the Harvest Crew. You know what? I'm hearing the horn. I didn't set you guys up to hear that, but the horn was calling your name and saying, get on the cruise ship. So those of you who know about this cruise is going to take place 9 to 13 of February. There are a lot of qualifiers already. In fact, on our very own team, we have the number one qualifying couple. They were at 224 points last week, and they still talking to people. They're not stopping there, and they're helping their team get on the cruise ship. So you don't want to miss it. If you want to find out how to do that, get back with the person that invited you. But the free vacations are amazing. And how do we grow? Well, we keep going, we keep joining these Zooms, and we also bring people to the Zooms. That's the one thing, but we also have conventions. So I want to tell everybody about A Million Stars. So there is the Anaheim Global LifeWave Global Convention. That's happening in a few weeks from now. But on the Sunday, Steve and Gina Merritt are doing free training. You're going to be able to access that on YouTube. This is a team YouTube channel. Free training from 8:30 PST to 3:30 PST. So we'll figure that time out for everyone, but you don't want to miss it. Get there. We're going to be there in person. It's going to be amazing, red carpet event and everything. But then the Sunday is going to be where we're going to get all the nuts and bolts. Okay. So all in is in January. There is a virtual ticket for that. So scan the QR code and get your virtual ticket. The ticket prices, I believe, are $89 for all in. So you know what? You don't want to miss it. And most people will attend virtually because they only have 500 seats at the Eric Worre Studio. So go get your virtual ticket. Make sure your team gets the virtual ticket and let us know who has it, okay? Don't miss out on that. And then I believe I am ready to stop sharing and open up to the gallery because we have a lot of people sharing today and super excited to have you all on. Thank you once again for joining us. So I first want to call on Joyce Johnson, Joyce M, to share her testimony. And I heard you briefly 2 weeks ago. And I said, you know what? I need to have Joyce share so everyone can hear her. So Joyce, if you want to unmute, there you are. Hi.
Hi there. Hello, everyone. My X39 community. I'm glad to be a part of it. I will share very briefly my story. I'm putting my timer on my watch so that I won't go over or give me a thumbs up. I joined this group because I was looking for a tool in my toolkit, as I call it, for my mom. She has bone on bone arthritis, and she's 87 years old, and I know that she would not be a candidate for surgery. At least I would not want her to. And now she also has some lung issues, and I'm really looking forward to see what the X39 will, how it will benefit her. And we started in March of this year as a result of my walking partner, Pam, who is a dear friend of Joyce L. Johnson. And it's amazing that our names are the same. So I'm still tickled about that. And Diana, we share a wedding anniversary, February 22nd. So I'm still kind of tickled about that. Second thing that happened with me, I decided to use the patch because I wanted to see how it would affect my body. I consider myself to be in good health. I had a lower back injury and would have to use a back brace to wear whenever I worked in my yard. And I started in April and in July. No, August, I noted that as I'm working in the yard, I didn't need to use it anymore, that it helped my back, my knees. They don't sing anymore. That's what I call it, singing knees. And so it's helped that. But most recently, my daughter, she had surgery, cosmetic surgery in 2018, and her scars were very dark, the incisional scars, and thought about having cosmetic surgery to reverse that. But once I found out about X39, I challenged her to wear it. She was reluctant, but she said, "Okay, Mom." Well, it's been about 2 months, and I had her to allow me to look at that incision. It's not a delicate area, but an area you can't show everybody. And it has lightened. It significantly has lightened, and I'm tickled pink. She tells me, "Mom, I don't remember what it looks like." So I have a picture. So put me on the calendar because in November I'll get to see her again and want to see what other additional changes have occurred. But it has been significant, and I know it's saving me lots of money. And I say me, but it will save her lots of money. It's on her this time if anything needs to follow. But I do believe the X39 has made a significant difference in that incision. And I'm looking forward to what else it will do to empower my life as well as the lives of others that I get to share it with. So thank you. Thank you, Mena, for allowing me to share that.
You're more than welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. And for joining us today. It's been great hearing all these wonderful things that are happening for you and your family and all the wisdom that you've been sharing. So we're excited. Then Diana, you had a few that were,
Yes.
yeah.
Hi. Yes, I have my friend Jolie. She's part of my travel group. Actually, we're going to be going to Ireland the week of the 15th together. And I've been traveling with her at different locations all over the world with this travel group. And as of last time when we were in Portugal, she started wearing the patch. So I'll let Jolie share right now.
Sure. So I have a couple testimonies, and I don't know if my daughter Hannah joined. I invited her, but she's 19, so she has her own agenda. Anyway, my daughter has psoriatic arthritis and like grade 3 joint damage in her hips, lower spine, and her feet. And so walking can be a challenge for her. And Diana shared a patch with her, and she had relief of her joint pain almost within, I'm going to say instant, but within an hour or two, because we do a lot of walking on these tours, and it made a world of difference. It alleviated her pain, and wow. So she is still taking the medications for the condition, but we're using both simultaneously. But it definitely helps with the pain because a lot of the pain relievers like the Aleve and meloxicam, they're hard on her stomach, and this patch seems to do at least as well, if not better than those types of drugs. And then my mom is 83, and like most older folks, she's got aches and pains and arthritis here and there, but her neck was bothering her. And I sent her the patches, and at first she was like, "Yeah, this isn't doing anything for me." And I'm like, "Mom, just give it 30 days. Keep it up. Just 30 days. Give it a try." And it took about 2.5 or 3 weeks, but she's a believer now as well. And she notices when she's not using the patch. So I'm thankful for her that she's found pain relief from the inflammation through these patches as well.
Wow.
And for me personally, I have a genetic eye condition, and it'll gradually steal my sight. But trying to use these patches, I have concrete tests that were done in June, and I'm trying to be consistent in using the patches. I don't expect it to improve my vision, but if it keeps it from getting worse, I will be immensely grateful. So I'll let you know next year how that comes about.
Well, thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Jolie.
Thank you for sharing.
Awesome.
Diana, was there anyone else? That's actually lots of great testimonies there. So you see, no matter what age, her young daughter, her older mom, and herself, I mean, we're all experiencing it. It's not about the age. It's about the fact that stem cells sometimes are not doing what they're supposed to do. So thank you. I did ask Diane Williams to join us and share. Diane's going to share a business type testimony, which I'm so excited for her to share because we heard from Chuck last night. So Diane, have it on.
Hopefully I can match him. He's definitely the speaker, but thank you, Mena and Diana, for inviting me on here. I made myself a few notes. Chuck and I have been in the network marketing arena for over 30 years. So we totally believe in this system about helping other people. But what we're really excited about is LifeWave is one of the very few businesses that we've been involved with where our team is actually making money. And that's a huge testimony to the product because the product works. So we've been working LifeWave for about 18 months now, and we're really excited about the residual income that we're creating. On Monday this week, we were excited to reach $465 just on Monday, and that was 100% residual. So we know that that takes sowing seeds and helping our team, but it's very exciting that a home-based business, it gives you your time back. You know, you're able to set your own schedule. And if you're not full-time in the network marketing, but you're building this as, you know, you have another type job, you got to squeeze it into the pockets of your time, just talking to people about the patches and about the business. And I want to highly recommend that if you have not read the book, Go for No, it gives you a huge, like, your thought process just totally changes on actually go for the no, because that helps you get over hearing the word no for one thing, but it also just keeps you going to just keep sharing this incredible business and products, because we know that it works, and it is definitely working for us. So
Wow.
thank you, Mena.
Wow, you're welcome. Thank you so much. So, you know, we heard Diane say that a lot of people on their team are making money. And I mean, so that's one thing is we get excited to see our team making money. You know, it's not only for some, it's for everyone. It's for absolutely everyone. So I wanted to just open up gallery view here because I believe that's all the people that we asked today. And thank you, Diane, for sharing. But is there anybody else on here that actually feels, you know, hey, since I got started with this business, I just am so excited about something, whether it's the community, whether it's the fact that you're changing your mindset, you're growing, you're not afraid, you're more courageous. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of us that are have experienced some growth by being involved with this. So is there anyone that would like to share what they have seen change for them, maybe change the way that they relate to people, family, just courage, the ability to speak? What has changed outside of all the wonderful physical health changes? Anything that someone would like to share, even if it's a money issue, you know, something that's like a payout, an excitement when you received your first check?
Mena, can I share again?
Yes, sure.
So I told you that Chuck and I have been in the network marketing arena for over 30 years, but Chuck has always been the one that, you know, he's never met a microphone he doesn't like. But I'm the one who does the back office and helping people. And this is the first business that I actually was the first one to say, I want to build this as a business. And he said, well, Diane, you know, you have to talk to people. And I said, yeah, you know, I don't do that. But I believe that just getting your self-worth, I think that's a huge part of why I decided I wanted to build this business. And it's true, you know, when Chuck first said you have to talk to people, I'm like, man, I do have to talk to people. And I was praying and I asked God, where do I get this boldness from to be able to talk to people? And that day I'm in my car listening to a podcast and they said, we get our boldness from knowing who we are in Christ and what we have. So if we can just know that one fact, who we are in Christ, Jesus wants us, or God, our Father wants us to excel and to be prosperous and to abundantly bless us. And yet, you know, you're going to have those doubts come upon you and thinking, oh, can you do this? You know, and that was another thing, you know, like the next day, I'm the first day when I did that, I went in and I talked to 5 of my friends at the tennis, you know, that I was playing tennis with. And the next day, of course, I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I thinking? Can I do this? And then I'm listening to another podcast. And in that podcast, it says, when we start to worry, we're carrying a burden that does not belong to us. And so I'm just encouraging all of you ladies to first of all get tight with God because I believe that he can give us that boldness and just keep relying back on him that he wants to bless us and go from there.
Wow, wow, wow. And I remember those first few days. Wow, Diane, you've come a long way. And now you're doing presentations to the team. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So praise God. Thank you for sharing that. So amazing. And you've obviously encouraged a lot of women here today. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate it. I see Linda. Linda's raised her hand. Linda, all the way from Sweden. If you want to unmute, Linda.
Do you hear?
Hey.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, the connection was a little bit wobbly, so I felt inspired to say like, so first of all, you know, I've been in network marketing company before, and even though the people were also very lovely and very nice and supportive, there was always an element that I missed, you know. And what I found here in this community is like that a lot of people here have a relationship to God, to Jesus Christ, and I really feel, yeah, that something has, you know, like, oh, how I'm going to say this. So that piece that I was missing, I don't miss that anymore. And there is nothing missing. Do I say it right? But also that there is love for people that have another belief, you know, that have another, you know, we love everyone. So there is a lot of love here in this community, and so much, so much meaning, you know, that makes it so amazing. And also I also want to add is like, this is the first time that I started to earn money even before I had my own product, you know. I've never seen that anywhere, you know. So so that feels really, yeah. And I really feel like this is it, you know. So so yes, that was my share.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. And thank you for taking time
Yeah.
out of work to be.
Yeah, I felt like I have to say something.
Yes, appreciate you and we love you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's exactly it, you know, and I heard right in the very beginning when we got started, that this is a big family, you know, and we all start off as friends in this opportunity, but we become family. You know, we kind of in each other's lives. When we get to conventions, we feel like it's a big family reunion, you know, and we do care for one another. We all have things happen, you know, like life isn't always rosy. Sometimes there's a catastrophe that happens, you know, someone in the family's not doing well. They may pass on, you know, but we're here to love and care for people. We just started a brand new guy. He's out of Colorado, Colorado, and Spanish speaking. So his wife doesn't get on our Zooms, but the night we connected with him and encouraged him, his downline to us, the next day his mom-in-law passes away, So things happen in life. And, I know on Anna's team as well, one of our good friends on the team who also, her boyfriend passed away. So, we all have stuff going on. But the whole thing is we can come to this place and encourage one another and let everybody know, that life matters. We got to be here to care for one another, share with one another, and love on one another, and be there to pray for one another, because life carries on, but we have something, that this community that cares, respects one another, and is willing to help where it's needed. So is there anybody else who just quickly, because I'm going to go off screen, I've got to run out, I will leave it on so that you ladies can continue, and Diana, if you want to close it off. But I wanted to say, which I forgot to say, if you have not yet started and you want more information, get back with the person that invited you. If you're saying you just want to try it because you want to experience what we're talking about, get back with the person that invited you. They will get this in your hand. Make today that day. If you're saying, you know what, I'm ready, I love what I'm seeing, I love this big family of friends and family and business builders who care about people, I want to be one of them, then get started today. Don't leave it, don't delay. Get back with the person that invited you. We love and appreciate every single one of you that shared. You all matter. You all matter, and do reach out to us. So, Diana, I'm going to hand over to you. I'm going to go off because
Sure. That's fine. I did notice that, Annette, you were wanting to share a little bit, so I'll just continue on, and we have just a few more minutes until we're finished. Would you like to share, Annette, with the group?
Yeah. I just wanted to share real quick. I'm like really great on big on community and stuff right now. I've just got several areas and stuff like that because even when I found this, I was familiar with network marketing as well. This obviously falls in line with what I do with being a functional medicine health coach and stuff. But honestly, at the time that this came across my path, sometimes we lose purpose. And this in and of itself, not just business wise, but in giving us purpose in our life and stuff, something that you can do that is so important. People's health is so important. Obviously, finances are too, because they go hand in hand, really. Because if you have one and not the other, you're not doing very good. But community gives so much purpose to us. And the community that we have here is so amazing. We as women know that we need that community. It's healthy for us. We need it. We really, really need it to be healthy. It's one of the things that I try to help people understand, like find a community of support in whatever it is you do, whether it's a hobby or anything, but we need that community. And it has really helped me because all the things that I've been going through, and anything that we go through, like having people to do life with that have the same mindset that you do, they're headed in the same direction as you do, that you are, is so, so important. Health-wise, there isn't anything I can't say. Here's a real quick extra little testimony. I was having an issue with my lower back and I went to the chiropractor for the first time in a while. I used to go all the time because I worked for and with them all the time. So I just went for the first time, and she's like trying to feel like I had all that ligament damage and stuff in my neck and stuff from before. And she's like, well, you feel like you're out right here. She goes, but the weird thing is there's no inflammation. Usually when I feel this, I can feel the inflammation. And she's like, there's no inflammation here. So and I was talking to her obviously about the patch and stuff like that. So kind of just fun things that keep happening as I realize the way your body might normally react, that's what's showing up that's not happening on a regular, like you have different results with things. So that was just another extra fun thing that happened this week, just testimony wise and stuff. But get in this community. Like if any of you doubt, or just dive in and share this with people and kind of jump into our community here. Be here on these calls, bring your friends, get in with the other calls and the trainings because it's phenomenal. Like it's just going to make you feel better. And there's no better purpose than to help somebody get healthy and to gain financial security too. So best two things ever. Love you guys.
Absolutely. That's just a wonderful way to close too, because our society has changed a lot. People are now working from home. So they used to go to a place to go to work. They used to go to church or community center, and then they'd had home. So they had all this support of this umbrella, like this parachute, keeping everybody together. And now a lot of them have removed some of those pieces in their lives. So we're their only home. So, I mean, even just for us, for Ken and myself, we were planning to retire at some point, and we had to almost reinvent ourselves after COVID, and this opportunity has given us purpose. And I think of the people who are retired, who are out there that don't have any purpose, and yet they're in these places, and then they can share an opportunity like this. They could have a whole new life. It could it brings us all a new life, any way we look at it, whether you're retired, whether you're young, whether you're working full time or part time, it's there for everyone. So it's been a pleasure to meet everybody and to be with everybody. And I'm so grateful for all the hearts and the loves and the comments. Thank you, Anna, for supporting the comment section too here as well too. And thank you everyone for joining in and for sharing, for Diane and for Jolie and even Joyce and just making that connection. And for Annette, that's what really brings us all together too. And ladies, the more we stick together, the more we stay supported, and our mindset gets better. And that's the most important thing, is that we have a good mindset. And for me, I read the word every day and I pray. So there's a routine for that helps me with my mindset. I listen to podcasts, Christian and non-Christian alike. And I also just, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And so it's an attitude of gratitude. Because we're not promised tomorrow, but we can always be thankful for today, because this is a gift, the present. And share the love with people, share a smile, share a word of encouragement, share a prayer. If somebody's not feeling well, pray for them right there. And it's not that hard to do. It's just to say, hey, can I pray for you right now? And so with that, I'm just going to close and add a blessing to all of you ladies, you beautiful ladies. And so I thank you for all joining, and I'm just going to pray. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you that we're all together all over the world, and we can just trust in you and commit our businesses to you, Lord. We pray, Father, that you bless all these ladies, Lord. Bless their mouths, that what they speak to people, Father God. Bless their mind for the things that they think about, Lord, and their heart, Lord, for the things that they're feeling, Father God. We pray that you comfort